Next on Good Morning El Paso, a car catches fire after crashing in Far East El Paso. We'll have the details from our round-the-clock news team.
It's official. After their win last night, the El Paso Chihuahuas are division champs and heading to the playoffs.
Plus, an investigation is underway after the NMSU athletics bus is burglarized at their game in Florida.
Live, where news comes first. From the Mesilla Valley and Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland. This is ABC7's Good Morning El Paso.
A very good morning to El Paso, Las Cruces, and Juarez. I'm Stephanie Valle.
And I'm Denise Olivas in for Hillary Florin. The El Paso Chihuahuas are waking up this morning as the Pacific Southern Division champions. Last night, the Chihuahuas were on the road in Reno, taking on the Aces. Reno had the lead early on, but the Dogs put up a good fight and ended up taking home the win. The final score, 7-4. And the Las Vegas 51s lost last night, securing the Chihuahuas at making the playoffs. After tonight's final game in Reno, they will head over to Fresno to begin their first playoff series in team history. That's on Wednesday. And the Chihuahuas' first home playoff game will be on Friday, September 11th, 7:05 here at home at Southwest University Park.
Congratulations to the Chihuahuas. Good luck. It's great to hear this news this morning.
Definitely. And now let's move on to storm track weather, because also some more good news, especially if you have Monday off, right, Crystal?
Absolutely. For the folks who have Monday off, this is going to be a good day to wake up to. Temperatures this morning are nice, as are your sky conditions outside. Right now on our clouds and radar map, we've got a little bit of rain that's moving on through right near the Boot Hill of New Mexico, as well as over the Gila. But actually, that rain that's been moving over the Gila has been weakening as it does so not looking at great chances of rain other than in these two spot areas. Maybe some light spotty rain moving into parts of El Paso or Doña County this morning. 10% chance, not likely. It is looking like most is drying out as it heads north. And then once the sun rises and we start to heat up, usually we see those pockets of rain start to diminish as well. Chances of rain, though, are in the forecast. It'll just be late day and into tonight. 77 is our current temperature outside in El Paso. Feels good out there. Your winds are at 9 miles per hour. Relative humidity is up. You do feel some of the moisture out there. We're at 65%. Las Cruces 75 degrees, mostly clear, and relative humidity a little lower, 46%. Winds at 10 miles per hour. So we do have that chance of rain late day into tonight. Temperatures are still looking warm for your Labor Day. So we'll talk more about what to expect throughout the day coming up in a few minutes.
Okay, thank you, Crystal. It is 6:03, and now to our round-the-clock news. One man is in jail this morning after the car he was driving rolled over and then caught fire. It happened around 2 a.m. near Pebble Hills and Joe Battle in Far East El Paso. Police say the man was speeding when he lost control, causing the car to roll. Police arrested the driver under suspicion of DWI. There were no other passengers in the car.
And today, family, friends, and an Illinois community will say a final goodbye to a police officer gunned down last week. This as the search continues for his killers. Funeral services for Lieutenant Joe Glenowitz are scheduled to be held at his old high school in Antioch this morning. The 52-year-old was shot last Tuesday as he radioed that he was pursuing 3 suspects. A massive search continues for them. Authorities have not released much information, only that they know they are looking for 2 white men and a black man. And police say they've arrested a man who shot and wounded an officer in Las Vegas. The suspect opened fire from a semi-automatic gun at 2 officers who were stopped at a traffic light. One of them was shot in the hand, but the other managed to go after the suspect and catch him. The wounded officer was taken to a hospital for treatment. Authorities are still trying to figure out the exact motive. Las Vegas started putting 2 officers in their squad cars since another attack on police last week. And the growing tension toward police was the topic on ABC7 Extra last night. That Las Vegas police officer recovering this morning, that's just the latest in a string of police-involved shootings. It appears the country's tension with policing is growing. From that deputy seemingly targeted and executed in a gas station in Houston to the San Antonio officers who appear in a video shooting and killing a man with his hands up in apparent surrender. The country this week has been bombarded with headlines involving police. So if you missed ABC7 Extra, you can check it out on our website, KVIA.com, later this morning.
NMSU's athletic department's bus was broken into this weekend. This happened after the team's game against the University of Florida, right across From the stadium, NMSU's athletic director Mario Mocha tweeted following the break-in saying, quote, "Well, it's a first. Our bus was broken into and all athletic department staff and guests' bags stolen inside. Not a joke." He continued, "Passport, laptop, house, car, work keys. But losing the paperwork is the worst. P.S. a lot of us can't drive home. We have no keys. Hashtag the struggle." The incident added insult to injury after the loss to the Florida Gators on Saturday. And Mocha tells ABC7 he was completely shocked when he found out the items were stolen from the bus, which is, by the way, used for donors and employees with the athletic department. He says police are investigating. One question remains, though, whether the bus was broken into or if it was left open by accident. And we'll hear from Mario Mocha on what happened and how the team is moving forward, preparing for their home opener later this weekend.
We've learned the man rescued on Trans Mountain over the weekend was stranded for more than 10 hours before he was rescued. Officials say Daniel Francisco Moraga crashed his truck in the canyon along Trans Mountain Road around 11:30 Friday night. Moraga was thrown from the vehicle. Crews then received a call Saturday morning and arrived on the scene shortly after 9 in the morning. Fire crews located the vehicle and rappelled down a cliff. A special rescue team was dispatched to help pull him up to safety. He was then taken to a local hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, but it's still unclear what caused that crash.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott is in Mexico until tomorrow. It's his first international trip as governor. Abbott's scheduled to meet with Mexican President Enrique Peña Nieto and other Mexican officials. They'll discuss the economic relationship between Texas and Mexico. This trip comes as topics like border security and illegal immigration continue to be discussed by presidential candidates like Donald Trump. In a statement, Abbott said, quote, "I look forward to continuing my discussions with Mexican officials to improve bilateral relations, expand our long-standing trade partnership, and ultimately create more economic prosperity on both sides of the border." Now to a story that's generating a lot of buzz on social media. Authorities don't know for sure, but it looks like the son of the world's most wanted fugitive, El Chapo Guzman, may have tweeted a clue to the fugitive's whereabouts. The son of the drug cartel kingpin posted on his Twitter page a photo with the caption in Spanish translating to "Comfortable here, you already know with who." He's with two men whose faces are covered by oversized emojis. The photo appears to show 29-year-old Alfredo Guzman sitting at a restaurant with a man whose mustache resembles that of Guzman's. The location tag on the photo says Costa Rica. El Chapo broke out of a Mexican prison in July, and a spokesman for Mexico's Attorney General's office says they are aware of the photo and are looking into it.
And on this holiday, let's take a look at those Labor Day closures. All city offices in El Paso and Las Cruces will be closed, including the districts around the borderland: DPISD, YISD, Socorro, Canutillo, Clint, Tornillo, Las Cruces, and Gadsden schools will also be closed. That's to include UTEP, Texas Tech, EPCC, and all the Doña Ana branches of NMSU. Sun Metro's regular and Lyft services will run on a Sunday schedule, and we have that complete list of closures on our website at KVIA.com. And now to a traffic alert. If you will be using the border highway today, the westbound right lane is closed on Loop 375 between US 54 and Park Street. That's right near Bowie High School. This closure is set to be in place until further notice. And speaking of traffic, let's take you outside right now. Things looking a little blurry, but looking pretty clear at the same time. Of course, as far as traffic, it's looking clear, not the shot. But I-10 and Eastlake, things also looking pretty quiet. A lot of people enjoying that Monday off, and many of you sleeping in or just waking up right now and tuning in.
And now let's send things over to Crystal for a preview of our forecast. But first, we have much more to come, including the latest on the county clerk in Kentucky who denied same-sex couples their right to marry.
Plus, a person is still missing after a boat and a dinghy crashed off the coast of California, killing several passengers.
And now our Storm Tower with the forecast preview with Crystal Cly. Crystal.
And how does it look for your Labor Day, especially if you've got those plans outdoors? We're going to take a look at the numbers coming up right after your break. Stephanie?
All right, thank you, Crystal. It's 6:09, and this is ABC 7, where news comes first.